ADI Part 3 test, that's the main section for you to qualify and become full ADI from pink to green. Now, how to achieve 31 plus and how to qualify for the full badge. You have to show the examiner core competencies of yours to teach that you have got those skills to teach a learner. Now, many of you people, they consider that because the part 1 is just a theory, and many of you people who wants to get into this industry, they are educated, they are people that they can read and write, and they have done the theory and they do the theory, and then they think, okay, that's fine, we've done the theory, and part 2 is just a driving, and we have been driving so long. This is a kind of things that takes us into the overconfidence, that no problem. And the practical, it was a 6 minors that okay, we drove, and maybe part 1 or 2 that the second attempt we passed. Most of them passed first attempt, if they're really serious and they really concentrate on their driving and they've been driving good and they don't have the its and bits in the driving. Most of them they pass second time, but some of them they do fail on the part 2 as well. Now, once you pass the part 2, then that's where you people get into flop, basically. For me, that's the way your confidence goes too high, and you start telling yourself that no problem, part 3 will be as easy as part 1 and part 2. So ladies and gentlemen, part 1 and 2 is a million miles different than part 3, because part 1, that you've been studying theory and you've done the theory, no conversation with somebody else, you was just talking to computer and phone and things like that, or book. Part 2, you was not talking to anybody, you went, you sat down, they sat down, they've checked you, and then they've given you. Part 3 is now, that's the problem. Now, let me tell you that normally when you go and speak in front of 10-15 people, you might be a good talker, good listener, and good advisor and things like that. It always become hesitancy and hesitant you are that talking in front of few people. Now, the same thing it happens when you know somebody is more than senior, and they are checking me and all that, and I am, on that sense, I am learner, and I'm not fully qualified. And when you come to deliver also, you have a lack of knowledge, lack of information understanding, because this will take a time for you to learn, because the every knowledge, every education is like a sea, and this driving that you learn day by day, and this year, next year you will be a bit better, the year after then you'll be better again. And in this part 3, the more problem starts, where you people go, and even though we have a problem speaking in front of 2-3 people, then that becomes more challenging when the car is moving, and with the speed of the car, you're trying to deliver that sort of same bit weak knowledge, bit less understanding, and the car is moving. The car speed is different than the human tongue speed, and then you're trying to deliver on the other side. The learner is a learner, they will get into more hesitancy and the more nervous and things like that, and those skills is not there, and somebody is not giving you those techniques and for those nerves, and somebody is not has that sort of power that if something happens like this, what should you do? If learner do something like this, what should you do? If you get into bit nerves, what should you do? And if things not happening the way you wanted or the way you planned the lesson, what should you do? What should be the route that you can go down again? If the problem is like this, which roads you can go again? If the problem is like this, which speed that you can make the learner to do, which road that you can go? If the learner is having a problem, can you do this and teach them? Can you stop and teach them? All those things, they goes into skills. All those things, they goes into that you will have to learn from somebody. And if you just go down with not a proper training, and I do have many of people, like I said to you, all time, and I say this, and today one of my colleague, they've called me from, I think, London or Telford or somebody, and they might be listening to this as well, that they said that they are with AA. Many of the people, they are with AA, and that they are in trouble because their mentor or their trainer, you're trying to ring them, and you're supposed to have classes, and see this, that even though when you get close to the test and you have only 3 attempts, and soon the 1 attempt's gone, you will be more in trouble. So this is not how it works. You should have, even though if you have signed now franchise 2 years, 3 years, then don't go into. I have many of the learners, they are with the different companies, and when they go with the trainers, and when they speak to us or when they move to us, and they tell us we've lost 300, 400, 500 pounds, but we no bother, we want to get this done and dusted. They are normal learners, provisional holders. But in your case, you've got only 3 attempts, and you guys start thinking about, I paid this much, and whether they're answering or not, I will force them to come, and they will tell me. In this, I tell you this, you will learn one-to-one, you will learn online, you will watch YouTube videos. One thing, 100%, I'm telling you this inside of it. Until you get a one-to-one training, it will not be any benefit to you. One-to-one training. I have many people saying, oh, I've got this friend and I've got this friend, and we want to get together to reduce the cost and things like that. Guys, if you really wanted to do it, then the people always says that when you like something, when you want to have something, then few pound here, few 100 rupees there, you've no bothered, and you don't let those things go with the difference of only few hundred. So you guys are wasting your time and then picking up stress in this life. It's not good for you. And my advice to you is that the people who still going through this part 1 and 2, don't sign up, because this is something that you can pick up by yourself. You freelancer, you franchise, you can do this. You can have the other part-time job until you build up this business of yours. And if you are a good teacher, if you start teaching people, and this industry is like a food industry, this industry is like a fuel industry, you will not go wrong with it. And don't waste your time and money and then pick up stress. Always try to choose the best. And on the other side, you people are understandable. There are so many people out there on social media, but when you're listening to them, you will come to understand which is making a sense to me, what will happen. And in this, finally, before I end this, I'll leave you with another point, that you need just not somebody who can just whenever they want, or when they book you into diary and they give you time and that's it. After that, until you meet them next time, or until your time is booked, then you meet them and you can ask. No, this is something that you need somebody 24/7 that keep in touch with you, that they can guide you through step by step, even after your lesson, even after you're driving by yourself. You might come across something you want to know, or maybe when you're driving, when you're in a lesson, didn't had the things not came into your mind, but later on when you started processing that in your mind and it came into your mind, and then you need that question answering, and then that is something that you need somebody that should be there, that treat you like a family, friends, and give you time, not treat you like a business and charge you and that's it. We will not see you and tada bye bye, and we'll see you next week, and that's it, or we see you next month. Then you are wasting your time, money, and attempt, and you picking up stress. Hope that helps, and thanks for watching, liking, and sharing. And if that making sense to you, anybody needs my help, they can leave me comment, DM me, and then I'll share my number with you, and I can give you the proper guidance, and you will achieve the life. Right now, see, I am on motorway. Most of my videos come from motorway, and that I travel. I go down to the people, and people do get my help, and fingers crossed they do pass as well. Thanks for liking, sharing, and following, and please share this to as many people as that they can get the help, and we get reward for it, and they can move on with their future and life.